Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt,
Hi, everybody. It's Kat.
and James Lott Jr. Now,
It's me, bitches. It's James Lott Jr. I am here on the 10th floor. I see people I know, Dolores, Susan, you guys in the chat room. Yes, I'm here to visit the 10th floor.
Hey.
They visited us, and now I'm visiting them.
yes. So we're all on the elevator together, going all the way up to that 10th floor, listening to the music, the wonderful, I was thinking recently, are they playing Cameron Weber music inside Kelly's? Do they have William Lipton tracks playing inside Kelly's? Because I swear that voice this week.
They should. Why not? I mean, nice little Easter egg thing back there. You should do that.
I think so too. I mean, I'll be honest. I go back and I listen to his nurse's ball where Oscar died. I listen to it on a regular basis.
Okay, I listen to their music, but I know the guy who does music behind the scenes. He's been on my show. He does music behind the scenes. His name is Chris.
Okay. All right. Well, next time you talk to him, let him know that we enjoy it. And
Did
he write the Jason Sam song?
Yes, I think he did.
Well, okay.
Really?
Okay.
I know Chris Blue is great. He's been there for a long time. So I know.
The little piano chord, huh?
He's very talented. Very talented.
Well, that's fantastic. Yeah,
They don't use that no more, do they?
I guess they don't. No, they can't. Because Jason's dead.
Jason's dead.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but Jason got crushed under a bunch of rocks over in Crete.
Well, he'll be back.
I mean,
I agree. I think he'll be back.
With a new face, he'll need extensive plastic surgery to get over it.
Hello, Jacarius. What a great name.
Oh, yes, Jacarius. Hey, Jacarius. Hi. I actually, this is weird because we have James this time around. I actually can't see the chat. James Lott Jr. is the one that's going to be reading the chat to us.
I can't see it either.
It's all my fault. I waited for like the last 5 minutes before this podcast started to figure out how to include a third person, and I totally dropped the ball.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great. And here's the thing. So the thing is, this is what I do. After you start, you open up another browser, open up your YouTube channel, and then you have it silent. You have it sitting. That's how you do it.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that I need to figure out, including getting a second monitor and learning how to be a professional and learning how to actually care enough to do it 5 minutes before the podcast starts. That's going to be the big thing.
You have a great voice.
That's your regular. That's your regular nature, honey. You know that. You're a procrastinator. You're a procrastinator. You have been your whole life. When Matthew was in the first grade, I had to tell him, now, okay, baby, now put on your other sock.
I was too busy watching Hook, okay?
Put on your other shoe. He's a procrastinator.
Mom is telling all the tea, kids. She is spilling all the tea. Shady Sunday.
Which is why I love how we can stream soap operas nowadays. I watch it on Hulu. I don't have to schedule my time to make sure that I can see it when it's broadcast on ABC at the time that it is. I can let them stack. I can wait. I can just mow through them if I want to, and that's my preferred way to get my Port Charles GH.
They say Matt needs the jackal.
I need the jackal?
To help you with all the...
Oh, I do need... Yes, that makes a lot of sense. So, Damian Spinelli, I know that you're listening. You live about 20 miles away from my mother. You can go for a walk and say, hey, join us on the 10th floor.
When we go to the con in March, we just drag Bradford over to your house for a minute.
I'm just going to walk up to everybody with my iPhone on record and just be like, so, let me just get a couple of sound bites from my podcast, please.
I met him at a wine store in Hollywood. We were both down the same aisle looking for Pinot Grigios. And I go, oh my God, so you're Bradford. He goes, yes, I am. He goes, do you know the Pinot Grigio? I was like, I don't work here. And we went and we laughed and we found together. But he was very cool. He looks the same in person as he does on the screen.
Yeah, so we were able to see him in their Stone Cold and the Jackal live show. So we were able to see them the couple of times they went to Sacramento when I lived up in Northern California. And yeah, absolutely. He looks exactly the same on TV that he does in real life. And what I really appreciate Bradford Anderson is how he is able to go through life understanding that he is on a soap opera and doesn't look like he should have been.
There you go.
And that is just a big part of his humor that he has about being Damian Spinelli is I don't have a family or a wife that will stay with me because of this.
So funny. I love it. Shonda, I know Shonda. You got 13 people watching right now. Hello, you guys.
Hey, everybody. All right. I guess we should actually talk about what happened on the show this week.
Sure, if you want to.
Well, let me ask. Can I ask James a question? Something we talked about last week. See what he thinks about this.
Why not?
Who do you think Trevor St. John's gonna play? We think it's gonna be Lucky.
Yeah, we were leaning toward Lucky recently.
What do you think?
No, he's gonna be a regular. He's gonna be a new character. That's what they do. He's gonna be a new character.
But Ryan Lavery's not a new character.
Who's not a new character?
Ryan Lavery, Cameron Matheson.
Ryan Lavery. I think it's like yes, but he's played you. I have a feeling they do this. You think, oh, it could be Lucky, could be this, could be that. Nah, this will probably be a new character.
It's gonna be some freaking bartender at the Metro Court.
Well, like Love Lisa said, probably a new mob boss or something. That's why it's gonna be something new. Oh, hi, Wendy. I know Wendy Daughtery.
I don't know. Maybe a new mob boss, maybe not. I mean, so they are really trying to. So let's talk about Selena Wu. All right, let's talk about Selena Wu because she is
my girl.
To my favorite character. I'm lying. He's not my favorite character at all. Brad. I think that he needs to OD on those antacids.
What do you want?
What?
I'm loving this. I'm like, I didn't know you could be mean and shady. I didn't know you could be shady. I didn't know
really.
That.
Listen, I just can't stand Brad because he's so gosh darn worried all the time.
He's always worried. He's always worried. Yeah, Trevor's too old to be Lucky. I agree. Yeah, Ginny Francis is going to be up for
that was what came up last week was Trevor St. John is too old to be Lucky, but then people were saying, well, maybe he's going to play Elizabeth's dad, but he's way too young to be Elizabeth's dad.
Exactly.
So maybe James hit it right on the head. He's going to be a new dude.
Well, that's boring. I want to see Lucky
back. General Hospital, you kids.
I mean, it's perfect. It's perfect. I mean, I tried to talk about Selena Wu, but now we got to talk about Lucky and the Cassadines. I mean, if the Cassadines are all coming back together for some sort of big storyline with Victor, bring back Lucky too. You know, Laura needs a partner. Luke is missing.
You mean Dad?
No. He's locked in a room with Holly.
Exactly. That's exactly. Folks, Luke ain't dead. You guys are all talking. Everybody crying. No, he's not dead. He ain't dead yet.
He's not dead.
He did. They can kill off this kind of character off screen. That's ridiculous. That's just
exactly.
Even the poorest choice person on GH staff wouldn't choose to do that.
No. If Luke Spencer were to die off screen, it would be because Anthony Geary has left us.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
So people are bringing up that Trevor St. John could be Stephen Lars.
Ooh, that's a name I've heard, but I don't know who Stephen Lars is.
Stephen Lars.
He was on. Oh. It was what's his name played the last guy who played him was Homegirl's husband, Scott Reeves. Scott Reeves played him the last time he was around. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, hi, you guys. Max Update CH people are here. Hi, you guys. I said hi, James. I love you guys.
Hi, guys.
Jackson and Max. Yeah, but he was on. He played, and another guy played him before that. But that's her half brother. That's Heather Weber's son.
Oh.
Yes, and that's what I'm excited about. If Stephen Lars is coming back, that means it's crazy ass mother's coming back.
I hope she does.
We love Heather on the 10th floor.
We love Heather on the 10th floor because we also love Janet from Another Planet on the 10th floor. And if there is any actress in the soap world that can just nail that sort of part, it is that woman. Yeah. Listen, I don't know anybody's name, okay?
Her name is Robin Matson, and I loved her as Gina on Santa Barbara also years ago. So she is an actress, a pedigree, and I want her on my show too, trust me.
Well, was Gina crazy too?
A little bit. She was wild and wacky. Wacky. She plays those characters really well. She
does.
Janet from Another Planet. Oh man, see, this is the second podcast we need to do is the All My Children retrospective.
All My Children, Pine Valley,
sincerely.
Pine Valley.
We really should.
Just pull up clips, you know, like during the pandemic when GH wasn't new, and we just pulled up General Hospital of yesteryear and just talked about our love of the show. Let's just do that for All My Children.
You guys.
Hey, Matt, we should do that, but I don't know if we've got weekly.
They're saying Heather and Ryan Chamberlain together again. Like whatever.
Oh, yes. All right. So yeah. Okay. Oh my God. See, look at
why are you guys bringing up Felicia already? We haven't got to Felicia yet.
We haven't gotten to Felicia, but I appreciate your enthusiasm and gusto because there's a lot to talk about Felicia too. All right. Let's focus, us three. Let's focus. Okay, let's see if we can actually talk about something that happened on the show this week and not 10 years ago.
Okay, be a leader, Matt.
Okay. All right. Selena Wu and Brad. All right. I wanted Brad to jump off the hospital for about 3 years. I just can't stand how worried he is all the time. If you're going to be a bad guy, just be a bad guy and stop eating yourself alive on the inside over it. But that also makes Selena, in my opinion, like super scary. And I'm really concerned about what she has planned for everybody. And I want something to happen now.
Okay, who wants to go first? I mean, I don't know who wants to go first. I'm not used to this. I'm used to the one in charge. I'm like, who goes first? What do I talk? I don't know. Do I talk? Do I talk now? Ladies first. I don't know. What do you want me to
Selena
start?
Wu, are you scared of her mother?
Okay.
Am I afraid of her? I think there's a good reason to be scared of her, because what Brad said, I think, is true. When he said, I think my aunt would kill me, I think his aunt would kill him too. So yeah, but at the same time, though, yes, Brad has always been like lily livered.
what is it that Britt said? You need to grow a spine. What is it? Stop worrying and grow a spine. Something like that.
Yeah.
She said, stop taking those antacids, and so to throw antacids out and grow a spine. As she said.
Yes.
Yes. So for me, I'm in love with Selena Wu. Yeah. I think the actress and I have been talking back and forth. I want her on my show so bad. She is the hottest thing to come out of GH in a long time. The fans love her. And they really, again, representation. I'm like, having an Asian American actress on TV is great. I've been so happy that she's scary. Like, she really works it out. I'm scared of her in a good way. Brad should be scared. Like your mom said, he's completely lily livered. He's not the strong, suave Brad of past. They've made him into this. And so that's why I like Britt is trying to get him to, like, come on, like, get back to your old self. Like, come on, like, live this. And I love their friendship. And full disclosure, I'm friends with Perry Shen, so I love seeing him on my TV.
So a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about Perry Shen as a person, not Brad Cooper, the character. I can't stand Brad Cooper, the character. Perry Shen's a wonderful man. I really enjoy his social media presence. I think he's super fun. I think he's super funny. And I love how he interacts with the fans, pretending, like, when they don't realize that Perry Shen is Brad. And he just reacts and is just like, yeah, I hope he dies too, and things like that. I just find it to be so fun. So
the whole point is he's supposed to be this lily-livered, scary dude. So hopefully it will grow into something where he gets. That's the whole point. Is that he's supposed to be. You're supposed to not like him. That's the whole point.
Right. And of anybody out there who understands when you're supposed to like a character and when you're not supposed to like a character, it's me right here. I just extra don't like Brad. I just don't like it. It works the best with me, is what I'm saying. It's really working with me. I can't stand it.
I understand. Oh no, Aunt Matt, trust me, I understand. There's certain characters, trust me, I understand. Perry Shen trolling gives me life. That's right, I know.
Yes, it does. Oh man, this is gonna be fun for me to go back and reread this chat when it's done.
You'll like it. It's crazy. You'll like it.
And when he was saying they were in the Metro Court, no, they were in the office. And she was wishing they were in the Metro Court having their meal. And she said, this is not the same without bottles of mimosas and talking and
people
talking
watching.
About people watching. She's absolutely right.
Brad and Britt have perfected people watching, because they were able to people watch on TV. Like, they were watching the nurses' ball and just ragging on people.
Don't get me started on don't get me started on the red carpets of those. Oh my God. As a person who does it for a living, I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, I digress. Yes. Shady Sunday. Sorry, folks. I'm a host in real life. Sorry. That's why.
Oh gosh. So I mean, but it seems as though Britt is starting to heat up when it comes to maybe defending Brad against Selena in some way. So I guess this is going to be the next adventure for Britt, is going to be getting involved in the whatever woo thing is happening.
Well, she's not afraid. She's not afraid. Like she said, I come from parents who are like way worse than Selena Wu.
And I love how she mentions that on a regular basis. That's not the first time that she's been like, I'm a product of Faison and Obrecht. Nothing can touch me.
Hello. She's going to do it all. But I like their friend. I like they're portraying a straight girl, gay guy friendship. I love that. They both are kind of bad folks in the past, trying to be good. So to me, it makes sense. It totally makes sense. Yes, and Brad will find redemption. They're saying in the chat room. That's what I hope so too. I hope that's the story.
Probably. I'll get it. Just just the wide-eyed, pursed lips. Oh, I'm so worried about everything. I'm just done with that portion of Brad Cooper. And I also need him to get married and change his last name, because this whole Bradley Cooper thing doesn't work for me.
Oh my God, that's so funny. The joke's over for you now.
It is. I mean, it never was a joke for me. The first time I learned it was Brad Cooper, I'm like, really?
I've never seen a side of you before. I love it. Okay.
I guess if there's one or two characters on the canvas there that I'll just throw the shade at, it'll be Brad and Willow. Listen, if you give up your rights as grandma, maybe you can be the grandma.
They just said Brad is the boy Willow.
The boy Willow.
You said that. Just when you said that.
Well, there we go. There we go. If you just give up your rights, then Mike will let you see him. That's pretty counterological. You know, like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense there, Willow. It'll be a gesture of good faith to tell him that you don't want Wiley anyway.
Yeah, but hasn't everybody been advising Nina to not pursue that? Because even Ava said, you know, if you want your chance, you want your last chance with Sonny, though, that will kibosh your chance with Sonny.
Here's the thing about that, though, Ma. Here's the thing about that, all right? Ava is not invested in Nina and Sonny being together. Ava is invested in Sonny and Carly not being together. So that's what's feeding into that.
Yeah, but she's even telling her, though, that, do you really want to cross that? Even she said.
Right, because that would ruin the chances of Sonny and Nina being a thing.
Yeah.
But it's not to support Nina and Sonny. It's to get to Carly.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
But hasn't everyone told her the same thing, though, to drop
Yeah,
it?
pretty much. But, you know, I mean, Martin Gray's a lawyer, though. Like, this one's like, are you sure you want to just do that? Just throw your rights away like that? That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, I'll let you do it because you're going to pay me, and I'm that kind of lawyer. But
That kind of lawyer.
I don't know if this is the great idea, but I'm going to continue to look into it for you. Goodbye. She needs some Diane. That's what she needs.
So
Diane.
Yeah. What? Oh,
go ahead.
No, please. I want everybody to talk at the same time so nobody can hear us.
It's the view,
This
folks.
is the view.
Sorry, did I say that, people? No, I'm trying to figure. I mean, because we've never done this together. We've done it on my show, but I've never done it on your show. I'm trying to just fit in where I'm supposed to fit in. I completely disagree with both of you. So,
all right.
So I'm gonna give you a different perspective. So here's the thing. Yes, Ava's done horrible things. I see the chat. I see the chat room. Yeah, Ava's done some horrible things. Nina's done horrible. Every single person on General Hospital has done horrible things. Every single person should not be parents. They shouldn't be together. It's all, if you think about it, everybody. Nobody's safe. Sonny's a mobster. Hello. There's such thing as a good mobster.
Hello. His meds now.
I mean, yeah, exactly. So they're all bad. So what I do is, with open arms, as Tony Moore would say on Audition Days, I just accept all the craziness and go from there. I think, so Ava and Nina, who should not be friends, obviously, but become friends. I'll take it. I like it. She is giddy. She's giddy with excitement that Sonny and Carly are. So I agree with you partially on that. But she does like Nina. I think she wouldn't mind. I think if him and Nina get together, she thinks it might be easier for her with Avery. Because Carly is the thing that's a problem for both of them.
Yes.
So Sonny and Nina get together. They're best friends. Maybe he's like, okay, I'll soften up and Avery will be more of Ava's. Okay. That's what I'm thinking.
That makes a whole lot of sense.
I think she is supporting Nina in this. Anyway, now, folks out there who scream at me like, James, you're crazy because you like Nina and Sonny together. I want them together so bad because I feel like this whole Nixon Falls story, which was dumb, completely makes sense now that he has the whole Mike Sonny integration. Yeah. I actually think, yes, Nina's crazy. And again, Sonny's done horrible things too, folks, that I almost kind of want to see them get together. Just, why does Carly always win? Come on, folks. Aren't you tired of Carly always winning? She's done horrible things too, but somehow she gets to have a good life, but no one else can have a good life. That's my thoughts. Thinking about it.
So was it in the script for Nina to not react to the slap?
Yes.
Okay. Was that just Cynthia Watcher was going, you know what? I want Carly to lose.
They talked about that. I saw it on another show. She talked about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I was like, you didn't slap her hard enough. You only get to hit her once. She needs to fall down.
James, I don't know if you're aware, but Ma thinks that Nina is the devil.
Oh, how funny. Oh, that's so funny. I love it. There are a lot of Team Nina folks in the chat room. There are a lot of Team Nina in the chat room. They're ready for Sona.
And I stand by the reason. This is the only reason she hurt Carly's babies and her grandchildren. It ignites the mama bear in me. That's why I hate Nina. That's all.
Well, I get it. Wait,
but I know Carly is a piece of work, and I know that she is lying is an art for Carly. Lying is an art.
I'll tell you, one of the best scenes, it's my girl, Chloe Lanier, who I just talked to the other day, who played Nell. I'm sorry to resurrect your name, but one of the best scenes when she told Carly that she goes, "You came to town, lied who you were, just like I did. You took your mother's husband, just like I did." I'm like, Carly needs to be reminded she came from some dirt crap. I'm gonna cuss on your show. It's like that. It's like she needs to be reminded she's not innocent either. Not at all. Not at all. But no, Nina was wrong for what she did. But that whole storyline was weird. So it was a whole weird storyline. But to me, now they're back in Port Charles, I kind of like this whole, he remembers he's still Mike. He does have feelings for her. Who knows? But see, now you guys are missing the whole thing. The whole thing now is they're trying to set it up between child versus love. Now they're trying to set that up. Will you give up your grandson to gain the love, or give your love to gain your grandson? That's what they're trying to say.
Well, you know what? Nina's going to get what she deserves anyway, even though she's going to get what she wants as well. Because she's going to get Sonny. She's going to get manic, crazy Sonny.
She is.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. No, I see where Kat's going. Okay. I'm with her on that one.
And she's going to be like, oh, crap. I like Mike a lot better than this crazy Sonny.
Exactly. I get it. Oh, no, Kat, you're good. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. You know, this is why I love having Ma on the
you
show.
You better be careful what you ask for, girl.
Exactly right.
See, so what I've got is this fresh perspective on soaps, right? Like, just because I'm not an expert on them, I like stories. That's what I'm able to bring, and then I can do an accent every once in a while that people seem to lack. JLJ down here, Mr. Media himself, he's kind of a soap guy. You know, he's been in the game for a long time. He knows a lot. He knows a lot of people. He knows the ins and the outs. Ma has like some ESP when it comes to this. She's been watching the show as a fan for so long that she is able to pick up on the little subtleties and hints in the writing to know where things are going. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Crazy Sonny to bring out Crazy Nina or something, and for them to not be mobsters, but to just be insane.
Keisha H says hello to you guys.
Hey.
Everybody's laughing.
Keisha! Oh my God. Keisha. All right. Now that you're here and you're saying hello, I got to take 2 seconds to say, hey, Keisha, hello. You are, I need to point out to all of our fans that Keisha is our first big fan. She followed us on Twitter before everybody. She interacted with us on Twitter before everything. She gave us compliments before everybody else. Keisha, honey, dip. We love you. Welcome.
We sure do.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you guys something, Keisha. It's very important because I've been doing this for a long time, and you never forget your first. You don't, and without you, we can't do these shows.
Exactly.
Without you, we can't. I've been doing it for 7 years, and because of the fans. It's all because of the fans, because you guys want to see this. So, Keisha, nice to meet you. I don't know you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. So, I'm very pleased with how active this chat's been. I pulled it up on my cell phone, and
17 people are watching.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt. So General Hospital, all that kind of stuff. What's up?
All right. So we can't leave out Esme and Spencer this week.
No.
We can't leave out crazy ass Uncle Victor.
Crazy Uncle Victor.
We can't leave out Felicia and Peter's.
No.
All right. Okay. All right. See, this is where notes come into play.
Cute Chase in Brooklyn. I love them.
Oh, Chase and Brooklyn. Oh, Chase.
I love their scene.
I just want a 45-minute, 37-minute, I guess, because it's a soap opera. I need a 37-minute episode of just Chase, like his day, where he takes a shower and then goes play some sports and then goes to the gym and then goes for a dip in the pool and then just a day in the life of Harrison Chase. That would be wonderful.
You know what? Josh Swicker could read the phone book and just be naked for me, and I would my day would be. I mean, I watched his movie with his wife. I don't even
that movie's bad too, and I watched almost the whole thing.
I love him. He can do no wrong to me. I love Josh Swicker, and Chase is like the man. All right.
Bad for him sometimes. You guys, it's like, damn, can we let him wear a shirt at least one scene?
What's wrong with you? Why?
No.
Why does he wear a shirt? Why does he wear a shirt?
There's no need.
I don't know. I guess I feel objectified for him.
Oh, I don't know. Good. I'm like, it's about time a man feels objectified.
I guess the only criticism I can say is, let's mix it up a little bit. Not everybody needs to get a phone call while they're in the shower. All right, we're leaning on that a little much.
I'll take her.
It's like the only time anybody wants to call Dante is when he's getting clean.
Well, yeah, he's not bad either. But anyway, that's no story. But it's not. It's a family show. A family show.
It is well. I mean, it's a family show in the fact that Mom and I are family. I mean, that's really what the intention was.
They're all like, Chase is hot. Yeah, Chase, no, Josh is hot.
Oh, absolutely. Gee, goodness
gracious. Cheese and crackers.
Just, I mean, my word.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Where do you guys want to go and talk?
Oh, Mom, we got distracted by being homos.
I did totally get distracted. I'm like,
talking about boys, y'all were. Oh, what is so?
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. You people.
So let's talk about Laura and Uncle Victor conversation.
Okay.
And the two kids there. I loved all that. I loved that Kevin made Esme leave. I love all that.
Yeah.
I loved that Laura there at the end when he leaves and she's, gives her condolences. Uncle Victor gives her condolences, and then she's, now I know you're lying. Shut the door. Oh my gosh, that was good.
I mean, just the dripping subtext that Charles Shaughnessy is able to put onto everything that he does is so great, because he went in there and while it was very supportive, I'm so sorry to hear about Luke's passing. It was, I had everything to do with this, and I know that I had everything to do with this, and I'm just here to rub it in. And I love it. I love it.
So for me, because I'm a Days Are Alive fan, I didn't think, and I'm a Nanny fan also, I was just really interested to see him play another role. I wasn't sure at first if Shane Donovan could play, or Mr. Sheffield could play this kind of dastardly character. He's doing a great job. I'm very impressed with him. I think he's playing like you just did the impressions. He's playing it with kind of like a wink a little bit, but not too winky. I love when Hunker goes, I love the British accent. Like we had that a couple of weeks ago. That made me laugh.
I worked hard to earn it.
Yeah, I worked hard to earn it. It just and this whole thing about bringing the Cassadines together, to me, makes sense. That's a whole history thing, makes sense. And for us, and for me and you, Cap, the whole Laura versus the Cassadine thing is decades before you were born, Matt.
Yeah.
Like this whole thing, it's steeped in history. So I like that they're all wrapped together. So go ahead, Matt.
I don't know if they have a particular person on the writing staff that is in charge of Laura Collins' stories, or how that works behind the scenes. But whoever has been contributing to Laura's stories over the last year and a half, 2 years, is such an expert in who Laura is and what she's about and her history, because Cyrus and Marty came about because of Laura's history. Victor's around and targeting kind of this whole Spencer thing because of Laura's history. Whoever they've got writing for Laura is doing the best out of everybody on the series, and I'm here for it.
But the thing is, they have to have continuity producers. So they have people to actually keep the history, look at the history, to actually inform the writing. So there's probably several folks writing for her. For their storylines. They each get breakdowns. This is a little behind the scenes. They each get breakdowns, and then they kind of pass out who's going to write it. But I'm telling you, Laura, this thing, I mean, it's because she had once she had Nicholas, she's embroiled in the Cassadines forever. So any Cassadine that comes, it's just like whatever. So Victor is the bomb. I mean, Jeannie Francis is just, I mean, she can read the phone book. I'll watch it. She just knows how.
Do you want her to be wearing clothes though? Unlike.
Yes, one of her clothes. Yes, one of her clothes. Not Josh. But Laura, I mean, like somebody said in the chat room, her facial expressions, her everything. She just knows this character so well.
You know what Jeannie Francis didn't do that all of these other older actresses did do, which helps her do these facial expressions, is no Botox.
Yeah.
At least not enough to freeze the eyebrows.
Nope, not at all.
Like, nothing against Ava. I love Ava, but those eyebrows haven't moved in 3 years. Laura, on the other hand, she still is able to get that full range of facial expression, emotionality out of it. And I think it's really key when it comes to humanizing a character that everybody loves. When Luke died and everybody was complaining about him dying, and then they started to bring up, oh, this, that, or the other thing. Nobody really liked Luke and Laura anyway, not truly as much as the media wanted you to and all of that. And it kind of, when the dust started to settle, people were saying people were into that relationship because they liked Laura. Not because they liked Luke, but because they loved Laura and wanted Laura to be happy.
I disagree with that. I was there. Chad, you were there. I disagree with that. I mean, we're there. I mean, they're trying to rewrite history. Everyone, Luke was a heartthrob. They loved Luke.
Yeah.
That perm, everything. Cat, you remember that? They loved. That's all a lie. Yes, Bobby was a Cassadine. She was married to Stefan for a minute. Yes, and I also loved her.
That.
Yes, you remember, yeah. And Keisha, I did love her on YNR and on Days Are Alive. She played Sierra on Days Are Alive in the 80s.
When I was going through my old All My Children intros, I saw Jeannie Francis on a couple.
Yep, she's on everything. She's been around for a while.
Yeah.
But
I think her character was called Sierra on All My Children.
Yes, and Dolores says she agrees. She was around too. I know Luke was big. Luke was a heart throb.
Okay.
Yes, he was.
And Laura was the America's girl. I mean, she was. So it was both. It was that kind of like anybody was there. Everybody saying Luke was a major figure. It was not people trying to rewrite history.
Fair enough. I mean, James, you and I had a conversation yesterday off of any podcasts or anything, just about how if you look at old television and old stories through today's lens, it's very easy to be like, that was wrong, that's bad, that character's horrible, that character's toxic, we can never have liked him. But if you think about it, what it was like in the early 80s all the way through the 90s, when Luke was a heartthrob, and the things that he was up to and the choices that he was making wasn't as bad as it would be considered today.
No, and you're right, man. I talked about that.
People were looking through a different lens back then.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I said yesterday. I was talking to Matt about that. It's just different.
Social media wasn't here.
Right. Yeah, but that rich history. And he's trying to put together this whole Cassadine thing. And I love he's including Sam and the her girls too.
Yes.
I was like, Molly and Christina and Sam are Cassadines also. They're Cassadines.
I'm so excited to see what might be coming because those. Listen, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes as much as you might. I don't. You don't know any specifics. You don't have any big spoilers for us or anything like that. But you know what the heartbeat is backstage. You know what beats people have to go through. You know what hoops have to be set aflame in order for a show to happen. So
and one of the reasons why Holly isn't here, folks, this is actually the truth. She's in England.
Yeah.
And because of COVID, a lot of these travel restrictions have been happening. So that's why she's not here.
Yeah.
And she had long COVID.
And she had long COVID as well.
She's fine now, but she had long COVID as well.
Yeah.
So sometimes things just get in the way. But I was going on to something about jumping through hoops behind the scenes, but now I'm distracted. I don't know what it was, but that's all right. That's the 10th floor. That's what we're all about.
Right. We're saying that so the Cassadine thing's happening, and then Laura's trying to reunite her immediate family.
Yes. So the promotional pictures they took that included Molly and TJ in it made me hope that Molly and TJ are going to be playing a part of this Cassadine thing.
Yes, I think so too. Because he's like, we're all Cassadines, everybody. And I love Natasha and Valentine's friendship. Now they're really related. So I love that. Like, they've continued that still. So there's a whole bunch of stuff swirling around.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to see what's ruining. We don't know. Something big is happening. We don't know what it is yet.
And Uncle Victor called somebody. Remember when they were
he did.
on? He called somebody. So he's reporting to someone as well.
Yes.
So we don't know who that is.
No, we don't. People have suspected Selena, that she's still really alive. That's the suspect. I hope not in a way. I love Selena, but
I mean, how scary is a 90-year-old? I mean, at a certain point, you just kind of shove her and she'll just fall, right?
Dang, Matt.
I know, Matthew. I love it. I'm like, wow. What about that? I mean, okay.
I want it to be
Mikos's father, who's 150.
That's so.
Be Stavros again. Why not?
We're saying Jerry Jacks. They're saying in the chat room.
Only if they get Sebastian Roach, though.
Exactly. Roche. Yeah.
Roche. I don't know how to say anybody's last name. You constantly correct me on last names.
I would say just so if they watch this show, they get mad sometimes. Like, you can't say my name correctly. So I'm just helping you out there.
Well, thank you very much.
But
Sebastian Roche.
Roche. Yeah, I agree with you completely. As long as it's him, because he is the bomb as Jerry Jacks. Oh my goodness. That's the Jax we wanted on the show, not the other one.
Even I remember, and it was during the dark ages of me being minorly aware of what was happening. I think I was like a summer break or something, visiting mom when the whole MetroCorp explosion week was happening, where they kept on going back, and Alan had a heart attack, and people needed surgery, and yada yada yada. But you know, this, what was it, Mr. Gray? What was it? What did he call himself?
Oh,
Mr. Craig.
Mr. Craig. But yeah.
Oh man, what a blast from the past that is.
Yes.
He was a great villain. He was.
He was.
Ooh, I like that idea.
I remember he was into Bobby. Him and Bobby had a relationship.
Ooh.
All kinds of stuff. They always trot her out every once in a while, so you know.
Well, she was there for the Luke review and for Carly to not answer.
Can't move their eyes. That's my story. So yes, yeah, exactly. Like, come on, girl. We know you're a good actress, but come on, I can't see it. So yeah, but they try every once in a while. But other than that, but no, I think this whole Laura trying to get her family together, plus tied into the Cassadine stuff, plus I think I'm going to say it here. I don't know for a fact because I hate the storyline so much. This Marshall thing is tied to him too.
Potentially.
Oh, well, he made a phone call too, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Don't make phone calls, girl. They're like, yes, I got it.
But phone calls.
Yes, they're my phone calls. Oh, what's going on?
Well, I mean, I unlike I guess the rest of the entire planet, am a little more interested in what's going on with Marshall and Curtis.
Really,
than everybody else. I'm interested. I don't know why. I don't know.
I hope so. It's taking forever. It's taking forever. I can't tell you. Well, leave me alone. You don't trust me. Like, it is bugging the S out.
I agree with you, James. That the vagueness, his answers are always so vague, so secretive. It's like, oh, I don't even care anymore. Shit.
Right, exactly. And see, and that's the thing, Kat. The thing is, okay, so then why'd you come back then? I mean, why are you going to ask people to trust you out of one side of your mouth?
I was hoping that we could just not talk about it.
There you go. Okay, there's the impression. Everybody agrees with me in the chat. Agrees with us in the chat room.
I understand. I understand that my opinion. Maybe I'm just being more patient with it than people. All right. I understand that he's been vague, and I'm not saying that that's the best thing in the world for the show or for the story. But I have been watching GH and podcasting about it enough now to recognize when things are kind of on pause until something around it develops. So this is vague until the thing that's feeding into, maybe a Cassadine thing, gets more information so they can plug it in there more logically.
As a writer myself,
well, James is right though. They have to hurry up, but because I'm getting to the point where it's like, whatever, I don't care anyway.
Exactly. The problem is, and I'm going to go with Kat's thing. The problem is, as a writer myself, pacing matters.
Yeah.
And some shows, they go way too long to the point where people stop caring. That was the problem with the Nixon Falls thing. It was going way too long. And so when they cut it, then real stories started to happen. So I get what you're saying, Matt. It's kind of like, well, I try to work it so that enough time passes, but the audience, attention spans are shorter. Life, people just have things. It gets to the point where even myself, I'm like, really? I mean, just bugs. And you're right, Keisha. And Portia has a secret too, everybody. Let's not forget. And Portia slept with Curtis. That actually made me upset. She slept with him, knowing that she knows that he is Trina's daddy. And Stella too. Homegirl, Aunt Stella's keeping a secret too. I know she's keeping a secret. Something going on there too. Is she Curtis's real mother?
That's
Something going on there.
That's what I think, James.
I'm telling you.
Now, if that's the case, though, I'm going to be mad. All right, I'm going to be honest. I'm actually going to be mad at the show for making Stella Curtis's mom, because Ken and Ashford actually just know who their parents are.
Exactly. Right. Right.
But no, they can't, apparently.
Yep. Right, exactly.
I want to know what's going on with Marshall. The thing that really drew me in, which was weeks and weeks and weeks ago now, was the fact that he apparently beat the crap out of Joey Novak.
Yes.
And I found that to be fascinating and interesting, and I wanted to know
more. Me too.
So,
but that was 10 years ago. I mean, that when that happened, I was totally interested too, Matt. I was totally into it. And I'm like, well, what's good? So that's what I'm saying. He's either he's related to Selena Wu and something going over there, or he's related to the Cassadine thing. There's something, because there's something coming.
Yes.
This is what they should have did, Matt.
Should have
With
did. That's right,
Marshall.
girl. That's
This
right.
is what they should have did. Okay, when Stella had her meetings with Marshall, there should have been some story fed to us audience.
Yes.
There's some things we should have known that Curtis wasn't privy to.
Yes.
And then we would be more interested in Curtis knowing what it was if it was good enough. That would have kept us more engaged.
We got a bell.
Got a bell. Always have a bell, my show. You get the bell, girl. That's exactly what it is. No, because Kat watched so much as long as I have. The thing is, when you let the audience in on a little thing, then you go, ooh, wait till Curtis finds out. Or like, wait, then you start to it starts to germinate a little bit because you got to let us in something. Like we know about the whole Louise thing. That's why we care. Because we know that Bailey is Louise. Not everybody else knows that, but we know it.
Wheezy Faison.
Wheezy Faison, yeah.
Yes. We got to let us in on it. So Kat is completely correct. I agree with you.
All right. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and mute my microphone and turn off my camera now.
He's all, James is there coming on this show again. He's like, that's the last time he's going.
I'm supposed to be the star here. What's going on?
You are the star. You are the star. I'm just a guest star. That's all.
Don't be jelly, Matt.
I'm just a guest star. That's all. He's like, I'm just a guest star. You're prettier than I am. It's fine.
Oh goodness gracious! So I mean, there was a lot more show that happened.
Yes, the match.
You know, there's a lot of stuff that we barely even kind of scratched on Esme and Kevin.
Oh yes.
Who after talking to Esme was like, "Oh, you're going to the bathroom, okay?" Yeah. Don't let her ever see Ryan again. I want to make sure that Esme never ever makes eye contact with Ryan Chamberlain ever again, please. Thank you. Click.
He tried to warn her. He's like, bitch, my brother's crazy. That's what he tried to warn her. And she's like, I just love being near her. Like, he was like, no. He goes, if you're afraid, you should be afraid. Like, he's trying to warn her. He's trying to warn a bitch. And she don't want to take it.
Okay, so is Esme loose? Is she crazy herself? Or is she like one of those like rabid true crime fans that will just listen to a podcast?
Esme is Ryan's daughter.
And is her daddy.
Yeah, exactly. I see it a mile away. She said she's adopted. She's adopted. She said that.
Did she say that?
Yes.
Ryan is her daddy. And
Ryan is your daddy.
if we're lucky, Heather's her mother.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Oh, that'd be amazing.
They do.
I'll take it.
My only hang up on that was that Ryan was supposedly dead and away.
Yeah.
Forever. Like
he made a baby.
Wasn't he locked up in Ferncliff for 30 years? How would he have time to have a baby?
Heather was there too.
Easily. Oh, easily. You got babies. The soap operas.
I guess.
Maybe
I'm trying to attach too much logic to it.
Exactly. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, yeah, I totally see it. I totally see it. But to me, it's a mile away. That's his daughter. But he's scared of her too. It looks like Ryan's like, I don't want this crazy bitch near me either. He's
well,
like,
I mean, Dolores on the chat here says, is it possible that Esme's parents were a victim of Ryan? Maybe that's a connection.
That's too good of a storyline that GH won't do.
Oh, come on.
It won't be
too compelling.
Because too compelling. Because they already did that with Alexis. With Kiefer's sister coming in town and trying to poison her. They already did this whole thing because remember Alexis killed Kiefer. That was a couple of years ago. They already did something like that kind of. But no, he was peeing his diaper. No, I'm like, no, I think it's going to be strictly, I'm time stamping it. Esme is Ryan's daughter.
All right.
That's what's going to happen. And it's going to be related to a whole Chamberlain family.
I was leaning toward granddaughter, but all right.
Well, he's not that old.
Why not? Laura can be a grandmother.
I mean, I'm a grandfather myself. I'm just saying, though, I don't think he's that. I'm saying, I think it's his daughter.
All right, that's you guys are probably right.
I think he is too. I think she is too.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can find out about the same time we find out that Willow's Nina's
they've shown us though that there is a connection somehow, some way.
So again,
they at least know who each other were before all of this.
Yes,
like Sonny said, he was picking his eyes so fast.
The very first time Brian saw Esme, he actually showed some sort of expression. His eyes got big, and he actually showed a real fear.
Yes, I know. He couldn't blink fast enough. He's like,
no.
He was like, get her away from me. That's his eyes said. I was like, ooh, Ryan. He was like, get her away from me.
And Spencer could be in danger going over there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
Which
yeah.
Ryan might get him.
Oh, that's going to be exciting and heat up. And his sentence is starting soon, so maybe Monday. I don't know. And is he going to be in jail for an entire calendar month?
That's too soon. No, remember, they have to have one more meeting, and then he goes off. Remember, because Laura said, we'll do this again next week.
Because it's tough. It's tough because, in Port Charles and soap operas, a day is a week is a day. So it's
but she said 2 weeks before he goes in.
Okay.
Yeah, remember, he has that camping trip first. They can't go yet.
Okay, so maybe mid-February his thing will start.
Remember
still has to happen.
The tired camping trip. That has to happen.
So that's where Spencer and Esme are going to break up, and then it's going to be really tense inside prison when she's volunteering in the rec room playing checkers with her ex-boyfriend who made out with Trina at the cabin.
And you know how Ryan goes for revenge whenever you threaten someone he supposedly cares about. Right?
See, maybe this will be our second podcast where we just sit and speculate about what's going to happen.
That's why he killed Kiki, because he was doing it for Ava.
Yeah, I just wish she would just I thought I was doing what you asked me to do. Oh, goodness gracious.
Crazy, man. Fred didn't kill my daughter. She wanted to say.
But Ava, for some reason, doesn't understand what take care of this person means.
Yeah, exactly.
She said the same thing to her guards and Nicholas, right?
Yes, she did. They beat him up. I'd ask you to beat him up. I was like, well, Ava, we got to be more specific.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Good help, it's hard to find. I don't know what's going on there. That was kind of crazy. What happened to you? Your guards beat me up. Yeah.
So let's also talk about somebody that's sort of attached to Ryan as well, with Harmony. Oh wow, James has fallen off of the camera. Hey, this is Alexis's future failed romance. Okay, this is the next bad choice that she's about to make.
I love it. That's hilarious. I never thought of it. That's hilarious.
I see it too. Absolutely. That's
hilarious. So she's gonna go full Miranda on Sex and the City and go have a lesbian affair.
Yeah, I mean, she's tried all these dudes, and how many psycho evaluations can you have with Kevin where you freely admit that you cannot make the right choice with men before you try it with a lady?
That's hilarious. I never even thought about that part.
And why else would Alexis and Harmony still be? Why would they be written into this whole we're going to be friends regardless of what you've done to Christina and what Sam did to you and if it wasn't going to go romantic? There's no point in having the friendship at the cost of the family unless it was going to be something else.
I never thought that, but I'm actually stuttering. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
Because my thing is, if they said bye to Harmony, sorry, maybe people lose their jobs, but say bye to Harmony, bye to Willow, I would not be upset. I'm like, bye. That whole edge of the family, I don't really care about her. I'm not a Sam fan, so I'm actually on Sam's side when she was talking about Harmony to her face. I was like, yeah, I get it. You should be friends with her.
Here's my perspective on that, though, and I tweeted it, and there's some people that were like, oh, that makes sense, and other people that were like, you are dead wrong and an evil person, and you should jump off a building or something, because that's just how the internet is. There's no...
And those are nicer comments. Those are nicer comments.
Right, yes. And that is, Shiloh wouldn't have done what he did if Sam didn't steal Shiloh's dad's money. He would have still been a piece of garbage, sure. He might have even still taken advantage of women in some way, sure. But he would not have been Dawn of Day. He would not have been the manipulative brainwasher. He would not have recruited Willow, Harmony. He would not have impregnated Willow. None of this Shiloh stuff would have happened if Sam didn't con Shiloh's dad. So Sam has a bit of responsibility for all of this, in my opinion.
Oh my God, not her fault. Okay, here's the thing. You are correct in the fact that's what GH wants you to think. Yes, that is completely what you just said. That's the line. That's the timeline, right? So yes, I can't argue with that because that's the timeline. But I didn't make you Dawn of Day because I was scamming your father. I was scamming your father, not you. That's not, if he came after me, one thing, but that's all. I had nothing to do with you going crazy. That's you going. Obviously, the screw was loose already in there somewhere because with their other siblings, they didn't go crazy. I mean, it was just you went crazy and decided to become.
But she had something to do with it because if she didn't do that, that screw might have stayed just a little loose, not completely falling out of the head.
But I'm sorry, I won't put on. I mean, again, I'm not. You're making me defend Sam.
Listen,
weird.
I'm not saying that she is fully responsible. I'm not saying that it's totally her fault. But I am saying that Harmony was able to be victimized by Shiloh because of Sam's choices. So I think that there's a little bit of room for conversation and maybe an area of maybe we can find a way for this to work. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but Matt, okay, maybe. However, when he started hurting her child,
yes,
no,
yeah,
and he started hurting her. Well, she was brainwashed. Yes, absolutely. That I agree with that. I agree.
It could have even been a whole tarot card thing. We don't know.
You're right. She could have had toxic balls or something, or worms in her brain.
Just a parasite that only Dr. Finn and lizard DNA can solve.
Exactly.
Roxy. Yeah, my fans here know that I have a hard time.
Yeah.
But I want to defend Sam again. You're not responsible for people's actions. They're responsible. People are responsible for their own actions. So how you respond to somebody's actions towards you is on you, not on me. So I'm actually going to defend Sam and say
tangential blame. I like that. Tangential blame from the chat. Sam has tangential blame over Dawn of Day. Nina ripped Avery from Ava's womb. I think Harmony can get past. Yeah, so if Ava can get over that, then maybe the Davis people can get over Harmony's contribution.
That's pretty funny, actually. But I'm going to stand by. I'm actually going to trust you on my own show. I've never said this. I'm going to stand by Sam.
I mean,
chat room knows this. I've never said it on my show.
Broken clock is always right twice, right?
That's right. I used that phrase the other day, man. I used that phrase the other day to somebody. That's it. Yes, I agree with you on that one.
Oh boy. So all right. Well, hey, that was a fun, lively debate. I don't think I've ever had such a strong well, listen, Matt from Ma before. So that
I love it. I'm
good.
You, girl. That's right, Cat. Take your son down. Take it down. This is turning to my show. That's how we are every week.
All right, folks. I think we got time to talk about one final segment of things that happened this week. What was there a favorite thing that we didn't talk about? Is there somebody that y'all love that we needed to mention? I didn't say anything about Elizabeth. Was she even on this week? I don't think so.
Yeah, we had the wedding ring in the locker.
Oh yeah, the kids don't like Finn.
Do you think that's
just the sigh from James?
you guys, Matt and Cap. I love the character Elizabeth. I think that Becky Herbst is ageless. She does not. She's
like Cher.
She's like Cher. She is. She does not age. She looks beautiful. Mm-hmm. They're doing her such a disservice in these storylines. I agree with all the Elizabeth fans. I'm just like, and I love me some Michael Easton. I love Michael Easton. I like the character of Finn. Yes, it's so bad. I love him. The little girl plays Violet. She's cutesy,
adorable. Eventually, though, she's gonna age out of that adorableness. Yeah, so we got to find another level of Violet.
Exactly. I just think this being all mishandled. It's all being mishandled, and I think it was more exciting when they were trying to realize they thought they killed Peter and stuff in the freezer. I was more excited. Again, it's pacing. It's back to pacing again. It's like
It's like my favorite part of their whole dynamic is actually Finn when he gets all like sheepishly boyish around her, where he's like, yeah, maybe a dinner between the two of us. If it's all right with you. I think that's my favorite. That's my favorite part of their interactions.
You're a grown man, Finn. Wake up! Oh my God! I'm just
like, Matthew,
yeah.
I thought of something. Okay, before we really run out of time. Peter.
Oh yeah, Peter and Felicia.
Oh yeah, guess what? We got to. Oh, I got about that.
Okay, all right, cool. So now we're gonna go late. Peter and Felicia. So I love the fact that Felicia is on contract again because well, God, she's great, isn't she? And to just. God, so Christina Wagner, when she signed the thing, she was like, "I'm being thrown deep into a story, like immediately. Just they're throwing me into the deep end, and I didn't realize that her being thrown into the deep end was literally being like, hey cop, let me charm you into this room for a moment. All right, Peter, you son of a gun, listen here, this ends now. Okay, princess. Like, it's good stuff. It really is. And then he's like, and all the times where Maxie and I were laying in bed talking, and she told me what a bad mother you were.
Like, you do that, no, Matt, you're giving me nightmares. The fact that you do that so well, every fan out there who knows how much I hate Peter, you're giving me nightmares. You sound too much like him. I'm scared. I'm off the show now. Goodbye.
All you have to do is...
I can't. You're scaring
me. Gosh. I always said that Wes Ramsey would do a great job doing an animated villain's voice on some sort of superhero thing.
Okay, I see that. I can see that. Yes. Oh, my God. But I'm telling you, okay. Yeah, they're saying the same thing. He did a good job, right?
Thanks, guys.
That's what's scary. Kat, you go first. I'll do my.
Well, he did manage to get underneath Felicia's skin, though, didn't he?
He sure did.
He was able to do that. So he shook her a little bit. I was proud of her, though. Just to go in there at all is a little bit scary, considering all that he's done. And she doesn't know about baby Louise. She doesn't know that baby's fine.
No. I appreciate it because James was talking about pacing and stuff, and I appreciate that it is kind of strange a little bit that there isn't more active investigation into where Louise is. I understand that, but when you have like Felicia kind of coming into this thing, and then Anna also kind of heating up with it as well, to me it's coming off. Yeah, the pacing is weird, but also at the same time they're just kind of getting fed up with the fact that nothing has happened,
and so
that's nice to see.
You guys, this is ridiculous, though. This is the point where Maxie and Brooklyn should just be telling the truth at this point. They know exactly where he is. He's handcuffed to a freaking bed. He could just gather everybody together and say, hey, this is it.
And he'd be dead if it wasn't for Finn.
Right. So
Elizabeth was going to solve that problem.
So here's his deal. I like this storyline in the sense that it's an umbrella story.
Lots of people
we got
involved.
Granny Tracy figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Can't forget that. She figured it out and let Brooklyn know. So at least, again, go back to Kat and I'm talking about the audience knows, she let him know, and she immediately told Chase. Yeah. So it was like she didn't tell Chase, so now he knows. So we got that going on. Then we got Anna coming at her. Coming at Maxie, like, come on, girl, let's go back to the scene of the crime. Whatever. They got that going on. Then we got Austin out there somewhere talking to Victor. So putting those two together, talking about, don't you want revenge, just like Valentine, against Brooklyn. So now Brooklyn has people going to come after her on this end, not knowing she's trying to save, because she didn't tell them. And then, of course, Felicia. Folks in the chat room, you guys told this earlier, and I'm going to say it out loud, and you guys all have to repeat after me. Felicia was a bad mother. Felicia was a bad mother.
Felicia was a bad mother.
And they wrote her that way.
Bad daddy.
And Frisco's a bad father.
If it wasn't for Maxie and Georgie would have been on the street.
Thank you. That's the whole thing. It's like they were bad. So, and sometimes we have bad parents. I have a bad father. That's what happens. You have bad parents. But at some point, sometimes you have to learn how to forgive them and move on. But the whole point was, nope, I disagree with you, Dolores. She was a bad mother. They wrote it that way. They completely wrote it that way. And so I'm not making this up. I'm like, you can go back in history. She comes in and out. She's not really there. That's going on. It's like, it's the truth. I'm not making it up. She was it's on history.
And Peter said all those things to Felicia because he knew he could hurt her with the truth.
Yes. She liked the adventure. She was always off with the grandmother and great grandmother. Always off with them. But that's how they wrote it. That's how GH wrote it. GH made her a bad mother. She could have been totally different. Mac was there for Robin. He was there for Maxie. He was there for Georgie.
She was gone in the early part because of the jewels and all that crap that was happening. Yes. And then when the girls became like almost teenagers, she had to go find herself. Remember?
Exactly. Remember that? I'm saying GH wrote her this way.
She went and found herself for a long time.
Thank you. GH wrote her that way. I'm not making this up. GH wrote this. You go back into history. She's a definition of a mother who's not really there. Remember when Georgie's funeral and Maxie ripped her to shreds? It was all the truth.
Yep.
It was all the truth. Felicia couldn't even say nothing.
Like,
Georgie? My most special friend?
Yeah. You're bad. You're bad. But that's the whole thing. Is I'm just saying that I'm
sorry for laughing at that.
I know it's bad, but I'm telling you guys, come on, Dolores, you got to know they didn't write her good. They did not make her a good mother.
On purpose. Honestly, I think that they do more things on purpose to these characters on the show than people give them credit for it.
Look, Dolores goes, she was mediocre.
All right, well, okay, who's worse, Jason or Felicia? Who's the worst parent?
Oh, I don't see again, right?
Because even Sam a couple of weeks ago was like, listen, Jason wasn't an everyday dad, okay?
No, he wasn't.
You have to throw Lucky into that batch too.
Yeah, I know. Lucky's a bad father too.
What is one of these bad dads? It's like a soap opera or something.
Or something, yes. I'm saying that kind of goes back to my point at the beginning of the show. Everyone has done something that's not the greatest. So I have to put that aside.
Look at that. Look at you. Look at you. What a callback. 7 years. You know, we can't top that. We can't top that. It's time to get back on the elevator at this point. It really is. It really is.
Metro Court.
So we're on the 10th floor of General Hospital, shouting at you across the street to the Metro Court. Because
yes,
I don't know if you've noticed, but in Port Charles, everything's kind of on the same block together.
They are.
The courthouse, the Metro Court, Sonny's, everywhere. Unless you do have to drive through the woods to get to somebody's house. But if you do that, you're probably going to be having your baby. So try to avoid it.
And Sonny's penthouse was in the wrong place. So I just want to throw that in there. It was in the wrong place.
Yeah, I don't care. Honestly, because I saw that. People are like, oh, the door's on the wrong side. Who gives an F? They're filming it from the other side of the room, okay?
I gave an F and a K. I gave 2 letters out of 4. I did.
There's only 3 walls in this room anyway. Just pretend like you're filming from the other side.
It was across the way from Jason's apartment from Sam. That's where he lived.
You boys, I'm going to make you sit in the same chair until you get along.
The same chair. I don't know. I'm a big boy, girl. I don't know if I can fit in the chair.
Gosh. All right, folks. Wave goodbye to everybody in the hallways of General Hospital. It is barren. It is a ghost town in this hospital, on General Hospital, on a regular basis. Ain't nothing happening in this hospital except for Peter being still sick. But whatever. We just need a good shower bang between a couple of characters. Okay, it's been a minute since we've had the locker room.
Okay.
The locker room thing. All right. Just spice it up. All right. Soap opera.
Love in the afternoon. Love in the
afternoon is more than just saying I love you. Okay.
Exactly.
It's also making it. So get back on the elevator, go back down to the first floor, go through the sliding double doors that exist on the first floor and only the first floor of General Hospital. Go into the parking garage, climb into your car, turn it on, warm it up some, tune your Spotify or whatever it is that you've got going on with your, your car radio setup to us at the 10th floor. Go back to some old episodes.
This guy too.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Got to promote the guest, James Lott Jr., the JLJ of JLJ Media. He's got a whole spiel. I'll just let him take it from here.
I want to thank you guys for having me on the show. This was actually a lot of fun. I don't get to do this very often, so I'm usually doing it myself.
Right.
So thank you very much. I'm where all James Lott Jr.'s are sold at James Lott Jr. and all social media platforms. My whole soap block, which includes the 7 years running J-Spring Spotlight and Recap, begins again on January 23rd, next Sunday. We are back fully. Me and Frank Moran, we're doing GH. I do Bold and the Beautiful. I do The Young and the Restless, all starting at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on my channel, JLJ Media.
But that doesn't mean that 11 you need to be at his channel. 11 next Sunday you need to be back on our channel. So you do your GH at 4 o'clock, right?
We're doing it now at 1 o'clock.
At 1 o'clock now. Okay, so you move the time slot to 1 o'clock. But then 10 a.m. is Young and the Restless. 11 a.m. is Bold.
Oh, beautiful.
1 o'clock is GH. What do you do at noon? Lunch?
I have lunch.
Oh, beautiful.
Your lunch.
Beautiful.
And then at 3:00 we promote our friends at Dish and Days. They do Days of Live recap every Sunday.
And then of course on all of your media, you got audio dramas, you've got
Star Wars podcast,
show reactions, you've got JLJ in the morning where you just sip a cup of coffee and talk about whatever's on your mind. You got I wrote a book. You got I've never seen that. Like you just got a whole mess of stuff.
I have 45 shows on my network.
45 shows. So if you like JLJ, James Lott Jr. on this show, then go watch him on his other shows.
But continue to support them. Let's grow them. The chat room, you guys are wonderful. And hi, Keisha, again, it was good. It was good to meet you too. Come check me out over there too. But make sure you come here and check them out. I had them on my shows. You can watch them on my shows they were on. They were highly viewed. So check them out. You can support Matt and Kat. Support them. I endorse them. Support them.
Yes. All right. I'm glad for that. So, subscribe, like, hit the bell icon, comment. Well, all of that YouTube stuff that they always tell you to do. Just do it for us. And don't make me say it every week. It's just robotic. I've been Matt.
And I've been Kat.
And that's been James.
And that's been James.
And we'll catch you next time right here